What's happening, everybody? Jeremy Blanton with 210 Consulting, and today I'm going to talk to you about this little part. It's a little plastic rubber thing. You might wonder, what the heck is it? Or even better yet, how does this relate to search engine optimization? Well, let me explain a little bit of the backstory behind this first, and it'll make a lot more sense. So this past week, my wife was blending up food for our baby. We make her own food for him, and while she was using the blender, all of a sudden it stopped. And what it was is this little part, which goes in the bottom and the glass sits on that makes it spin, was broken. You can see a lot of the teeth are chewed off of it, and some other ones, they're coming off now too. So I needed to get a replacement part. So what did I do? Did I pick up the phone book and look for a appliance parts place? No, I didn't do that. I went to my friend Google, and I opened up Google, and I didn't just type in KitchenAid blender parts, because there are 4 or 5 different models that they've made in the last couple years, not to mention colors and sizes and all that stuff. So I went in and I typed in my part, which was a KSB 50B4. Remember that, you might need it one day. And when I did, it brought up this site called appliancepartspros.com. And because they talk specifically about the model that I have, that KSB whatever it was, they came up first. And so I started to see they had parts listed and pictures too. And the first one on the list was this little part, because I had no clue what this was called. It's the spinny thing that makes your blender go around, right? Well, its technical term is a coupler, according to them. And so I was able to click on it and see, yep, that's what I need. 2 more clicks, added my contact information, my credit card, and the part was shipped. Got it 3 days later, and with it came the instructions. Took the old one off, put the new one on. Matter of 5 minutes, I was back in business. So what does all this have to do with search engine optimization? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here's the one thing that I've been preaching for a while and telling all my clients, and when I'm speaking places as a social media speaker, I'm sharing this, and this is what I say. It's important that you write for long tail keywords. And by long tail keywords, what I mean is when you're writing your content for your site, that you're writing on specific terms, small niche things. You know, in the case of this appliance company, writing about the specific parts you have. Why? Somebody like myself, I'm gonna type in the model number because I need this one. I don't need it that fits on, Cuisinart's blender or some other brands. I need the one for a KitchenAid, and not just a KitchenAid, but a black one. And not just the black one, but the 5-speed, whatever it is that I have. I needed that specific one. So how many times a day do you think people go in to Google and are typing in those type of specific things? I know people are doing it all the time. And if you're found on the first page of Google for those terms, you're going to be the one they contact. You're going to be the one they buy. So let's talk about it in a couple other industries. We talked about the appliance industry and writing about specific parts. Well, what about in real estate? In real estate, don't write about your city or your county. Let's write about neighborhoods, subdivisions that you work in, places like that. Why? People are searching for those specific neighborhoods. Not only that, but the quality of those leads is going to be much higher. Why? Think about it. When you're buying a house in an area you're not familiar with, or maybe know the area, you're going to start broad. You're going to start with the city. But after you go visit a few neighborhoods, you're going to narrow it down and say, I want to be in this area, this community, this subdivision. And so you're going to search for those specifics. And if I'm the person who talks about it, I'm getting the leads. So that's in real estate. Let's talk about maybe some other businesses. Maybe you sell, fitness equipment. Talk about the specific fitness equipment you have. Maybe it's a harness that's a cheap one. I had a client, he said, I make this workout thing. Well, when we started to search it, we said, talk about it as a cheap fitness equipment. What did it do? Brought him new sales instantly, business coming in the door. So think about things, get more specific with the terms you're using, and get a higher quality lead and better business coming to you. Easy way to get to the top of the search engines for those terms. Working on the ones that are big, you're going to spend a lot of money. or a lot of time creating good content to get there. Long tail keywords don't take as much time, and they have the staying power. Blog posts that I wrote well over 3 years ago now are still bringing me business from when I sold real estate back then. I had a call just the other day from a gentleman who said, I found your stuff on a website. I've got a house in there I need to sell. Can you help me? So it does work, and it will bring you business. So if you've been thinking on the big picture, maybe it's time to start thinking a little bit more specific, getting a little bit more into those long tail keywords and watching your business grow. Hope this makes sense to everybody. Hope you get some value out of it. Hope you all have an awesome and productive day. Catch you later.